Hey guys, welcome to the fight with Ketzuli, the High Priest of the Sun. He's the last boss of Act 2 and is extremely fun, as well as demanding on both your character as well as your graphics card. I run a RTX 4070 and I've had to turn down the graphics details because there is too much moving flames. Anyway, back to the fight itself. His normal mode of attack is throwing fireballs at you or smacking you. But when he says Euphoria, you need to start moving quickly because he's going to teleport sometimes right on top of you and do an explosion. Following that is a moment of weakness, which is great for getting damaging. When he summons a swarm of flames, all you have to do is pick a direction and keep walking. As long as you're not slowed, you won't be hit. Again, he says Euphoria and he's going to teleport around and do an explosion. It was easy to handle as a monk because I can use a skill to teleport to where he started the movement to completely dodge the explosion. Again, keep walking to avoid the fire swarm. You don't even need to dodge roll. When he summons these little black hole looking things, try to stay at least 3 body width from them. I don't think they actually do any damage, but they will slow you the closer you get to them. Later on, he's going to summon multiples of them, and you'll need to be a bit careful about pathing. And when he says something embrace, he's going to summon a massive group of fireballs across the screen, initially only traveling in one direction. Later they're going to travel in multiple directions. So that mechanic itself doesn't do a lot of damage as an individual fireball, but it does force you into a corner once there are multiple other mechanics happening at the same time. For example, here I'm getting dangerously close to the black hole and I have to roll away instead of continuing to do damage. During the swarm of fire phase, you can attack him while he's summoning it, but you do need to time it perfectly so he doesn't release it on top of you while you're right next to him. Once he gets past about 50% HP, he's going to start doing multiple mechanics or multiple copies of the same mechanic, and this is where things start to get a little bit more hectic. So walk away from the swarm of fire. He's going to summon another black hole, and then he's going to do this whole exploding dance thing again. So I use stagger palm or killing palm at the same time as he dashes towards me, and manage to avoid most of these explosions. Unfortunately, the black holes keep getting in the way, so I have to miss out on the DPS opportunities. Because he's below 50% HP now, the waves of the fireballs are now in 2 different directions. Something to watch out for here is while you're dodging the mechanics off screen, make sure you listen to the audio. Just now he was charging up the fire swarm off screen, and if I didn't hear the audio cue, I could have missed it. It only takes a few seconds in that fire swarm to die. As he's approaching about 25% HP, the frequency of him performing mechanics is going to be much higher. What he'll do is summon the waves of fireballs, now in 3 different directions, and then after he finishes casting that, he's going to mix in other mechanics like the swarm of fire or the exploding dance. One thing to keep in mind about the exploding dance is that the very first time he does it is only going to teleport twice. As time progresses, each time he does it, he's going to add on 1 or 2 cycles. So you can more or less guess when he's going to stop, so you can be in the best possible position to DPS. So this death ray mechanic we're actually only seeing for the first time. The way to dodge it is you have to be standing behind him, almost directly behind his back. He can turn it very quickly, so you have to stay very close to him to be able to outrun it. Again, the exploding dance, followed by a period of weakness and staying in one spot. Fortunately for me, I was able to get the shock debuff on and do a full rotation of my skills. This brings his HP down quite nicely, and after repeating that twice, I was able to get his HP to the 5% threshold and then use killing on Palm to finish the fight. And there you have it. Thanks for watching. More PoE2 content in my channel.